Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got a quick mail day here. Sent a bunch of stuff home from Upper Deck E-Pack a couple weeks ago. So we'll see what we have in here. I always forget what exactly it is that we're sending home. Try to do this without showing too much information. Not really sure how much stuff is in here, but we're gonna find out. And I'm excited. We'll see. All this stuff that shipped home either came from ripping packs or boxes, and also trading. So take a look. Let's just dig in here. It's been a while since my last video, because there really hasn't been a ton of stuff for me to rip or do. E-Pack, this Marvel Ages just ended on E-Pack. This is so hard to get out. It's all sticky. Like I was saying, Ages ran out on E-Pack, so there's not really any more stuff for me that I'm interested in buying. So let's see what we're sending home. First card we got Marvel Unbound, little Venom action. Right. This is the Fred Ian series numbered. This one is 220 out of 99. I didn't actually buy that pack. I traded for it. If you guys remember, the website was crashing a lot when people were trying to buy stuff, buy the Unbound packs, trying to get those Fred Ian autos, and it was just crazy trying to get a pack in your shopping cart and actually buy the pack. You had to, it put you in a queue, and if you refreshed the page, you lost your spot, and they were selling out within 3 to 4 minutes. So Wolverine, this is just same thing from the Fred Ian Unbound series. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of the autos. This one is 912 out of 999. Love Wolverine, but it's not an auto, but I love that card. This here, Black Panther sketch from Marvel Ages. I traded for this one. I didn't actually pull this from a pack, but I just needed a Black Panther sketch, and I needed it for the collection. So, Black Panther sketch. Oh, this whole thing just comes right out. And this was the artist. I forget what his name is, but it's a cool sketch. I like it. It's very basic. Now, I did pull another Black Panther sketch before it was all said and done when the E-Pack was running out. I bought like a box, and this is not that sketch, but this is a very cool sketch as well. Wolverine, and then you got Weapon H, I believe. This Hulk, sick card. Got a couple trade offers for this guy. I did not want to let this one go. So again, I'm not really sure what the artist is, but on ePack it tells you the actual artist name. But love those sketch cards. Here, just a Punisher flavorful. I might start throwing Punisher into the mix of personal collection stuff. I just like the character. Right now, I'm just PCing Gambit, but these cards are really cool looking. And I hit a couple Punisher cards. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but these flavorfuls are really cool. The word clouds are really cool as well too. So, and again, this is kind of the same boat. Punisher, hit a couple Punisher cards. So I've always liked the character, but when you hit a couple cards of the character, it just kind of gives you like a different vibe. This one's kind of coming out, so let's just take it out. All right, so you can kind of see that rainbow effect in the word cloud. Word cloud's a really cool looking card too, so. Punisher. All right, and then this guy, he needs no introduction to the channel. Remy LeBeau. Marvel Annual, Tier 3 card. I think I have a couple of the other ones. The base. Fortunate enough to get a hologram as well. But he's the guy. Spidey. I have this card. I think I sent one of these home before. This is the Marvel Annual Fractal card. And you need to redeem 10 of the base cards to get one of these. And I wanted to send this home because I wanted to get a couple to see if I could send off for grading to see if I could get a 10. There's always some love going on for Spidey. And with PSA's prices dropping down to $18 a card for the month of July, I'm going to see if I can get out a bunch. I think you need to send 20, minimum of 20 cards. So take a look at Spidey and see if he's centered right. See if the corners and the surface are okay. This is the same thing. Miles Morales. Redeem 10 to get the fractal. Miles is a cool character. This is just a cool looking card. This little just rainbow looking spiral design going on. It's just a cool looking card. Miles Morales is always like a hot character. So again, with the same thought, if I send this off and potentially get a PSA 10, sell it, use the funds to keep feeding the hobby that we all love. And again, Mr. Remy, this is Pack Wars Victor, right? So you had to play Pack Wars and win. And then if you got 5 of the regular Pack Wars cards, which you can't, those are virtual. So you can't send the base home. You have to redeem 5 to get this Pack Wars. And, you know, Gambit's always going to be in these videos for the most part because we PC Gambit. So I'll slide that one off screen. That's a card that I'm super stoked about pulling. I was trying to... I'll talk about it when we get to it. All right, so there's a couple more cards here. There's Mr. Miles Morales. All right. I'm not really sure why these are in a separate bag. Maybe because there's a lot of them. But more Pack Wars. Again, Spidey, always a popular character. I don't PC Spider-Man, but I know that he holds a lot of value. So again, with the thought of sending this guy off for grading with hopes of getting a PSA 10, I know it's a stretch, but you know, it's possible. 10s happen, and you get rewarded handsomely for your PSA 10. So you gotta try. You know, you miss 100 of the shots you don't take. 100% of the shots you don't take, I think that's the saying. Same applies for grading. If you don't send any away for grading, you're not going to get any 10s. So, Pack Wars Victor redeemed 5 of these and got the Spidey. Same thing, Black Panther. I like Black Panther. I would probably not send this guy out for grading. I just like this card. I like the character. He's also someone that I'm thinking about mixing in for a PC hunt. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm not really sure just yet, but Spider-Man again. This was the high series foil for Marvel Ages. You see that like foiling effect in there. This is just a really cool card. I wanted to send one of these home. I hit a couple. They're not really worth a ton. Maybe $10 for the foil Spider-Man. The other foils are like pretty much $1. So I figured I'd send one home if I got one that was well centered and had some decent corners and surface. This looks to be a little bit off center from top to bottom. So, you know, swing and a miss. But, and again, Punisher, hit a couple Punisher cards. This is the Fresnel from Marvel Ages. These are cool looking cards in person. It's got like a little story on the back. Obviously, Frank Castle is the Punisher. But these are just really cool looking cards, right? I was trying to hit that Spider-Man SSP, but it didn't really happen for me with that, with Ages. So again, here we have the Punisher, right? We got the Flavorful, we got the Word Cloud, we got the Fresnel. So it's off to a decent start if I decide to go that route with Punisher. Also, you know, my son, he's getting into Marvel, so we'll see what character he ends up going after, and if he does decide to go after Punisher, excuse me, then he'll have something to start with. Now this card, this is probably one of the better cards that I hit. You might be able to tell, you might not be. This is an SSP Word Cloud. It's not Spider-Man, but he's the next best thing, and in some people's minds, he is the best thing. Personally, I hold this guy in a little higher regard than Spider-Man, but I think the market and the value of Spider-Man is a little higher. But if you didn't guess, it was this guy, Logan, Wolverine, just the ultimate badass guy. Now, this is just the backside of the Word Cloud. This side, I'm going to just take it off camera so I can remove this little piece of paper so I can show you how it looks in person. This is just such a cool card. Bought a box. I think I ended up buying maybe like 6 boxes total and maybe like 10 packs. So maybe like 6.5 boxes total, almost a case. And this was the best card that I hit in the bunch. Wolverine Word Cloud SSP. I think it was maybe like 1 in I want to say like 300 packs or something like that. I could be wrong. But it was pretty, it was a pretty fun day for sure. You know, love Wolverine. He's not a PC character for me, but anything Wolverine is always highly sought after. I definitely would consider sending this card off for grading. Just the trying to get the right angle here, but love Wolverine. This card is so sick. You know, I definitely bought boxes where there was underwhelming results, and I think there's 15 packs or 16 packs, and this was literally the 16th pack. I hit like flavorful and decades card, like just a random decades card that wasn't that great, and then this was the 16th pack. I was like so happy because I felt that it was just a dud box and I was gonna get something that just was crappy, like a Luke Cage Fresnel or something random, that just a character that I just didn't, that's just not on my radar. But this guy is probably the best card I hit out of this, and that's not like great, but what are you gonna do? There's not a lot of like merchandise out there for you to buy, for you to rip, for you to open, so you got to just make do with what you can. I would buy packs and just to basically open the packs and record it, just to throw it up on my Instagram, and just to create reels with opening packs with hopes of hitting a red flasher, just so I could, you know, have some sort of content for the channels. But it's been definitely a struggle. You know, like, comment, and subscribe, and all those things. That's not what fuels this channel. I just love opening Marvel products, talking Marvel. I think the channel is going to go in a direction where it's not just based on ripping stuff and mail days. Like, we might have to start digging a little bit deeper, getting a little more creative in the things that we do on the channel, just to keep the content going. But you know, you can always check out my Instagram. It's under the same name as the YouTube channel. I'll plug that link in the description as well. But you know, check out the stuff, and if you see something that you like, that you're interested in possibly buying, you can always shoot me a message, leave a comment. I'll get back to you. The sketches, I didn't really initially care for sketch cards when I first started acquiring them. When I hit my first couple sketches, I wasn't really like a huge fan, but they're starting to grow on me. I actually like sketch cards now. I'm still seeking that first Gambit sketch card. Fingers crossed that I can pull one, hopefully with I think it's Flair Ultra Avengers that's coming out in a couple months. If it doesn't get pushed back like everything else, there's a chance to hit a Gambit sketch in there, or maybe even trade up. I basically emptied out my e-pack account, so there's nothing there worth much trade value. So I think that's all I got for you guys today. Again, just a light mail day, some stuff. We'll make a video. I keep saying we, but it's just me. I'll make a video for, I say we because my son is involved with some of this stuff too, so about what we are shipping out to PSA to get graded. It's likely going to be mostly the Spider-Man stuff, and some actually I think I have one card. Let me see. Let me see if I have it. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I was messing with some cards earlier, and I'm sure I left it out. Yep, I sure did. Found it. So, pardon the noise, I'm just like rustling through stuff, chairs and some other stuff. But this guy right here, this guy, we are going to be sending this guy off to PSA, fingers crossed. It's well centered, great surface, front and rear, sharp corners and edges. Use the centering tool, hoping for, you know, PSA 9. I doubt that I would get a 10 on something like this, no matter the condition. It's just not often, but this guy is definitely a part of that group. Again, I'm gonna make a video of everything that I'm sending off to PSA. I'm probably gonna send around 20 cards, I think. And I think it's 4 to 6 months, 130 days maybe, 130 or 150 days that it'll come back. So I'm not going to be getting his stuff back until January or February, but I'm not in a rush based on how delayed the products have been. It wouldn't surprise me if Spider-Man Metal wasn't delayed again. It doesn't come out until, you know, October or November. And then when it does finally come out, which would be close to almost a year later, we'll have some more content for the channel. I pre-ordered 4 boxes of those when the pre-order first went up, so I think it was around $249 a box. So that's basically $1,000 tied up for a year waiting for products. So I'm probably gonna rip 2 of those boxes and sell the other 2 just to keep funding the habit. Depending on what I get out of those boxes, if I hit something nice, I might consider opening another box, because usually that's what happens. You just want to keep ripping. But if I don't do well with the first 2 boxes, I'll probably sell the other 2 boxes, because they're going for around $600, $550, $600 a box now. So that would definitely give me a decent return on my investment if I just sold the other 2 boxes, or sell 1 box and then just sit on another box for a couple years, and hopefully the value of those boxes goes up exponentially. All right, that's all I got for you guys and gals. And again, if you see something you're interested in, obviously not Gambit, because that's none of the Gambit stuff is for sale. Shoot me a comment, shoot me a message, follow my Instagram, and we'll see you guys in the next video.